Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. So one of my goals for 2018 is to do more lifestyle YouTube videos. So today what I wanted to do is do a quick get ready with me video. So the first thing I want to tell you guys about is about this Jade Roller. It's supposed to help with releasing tension in your face, and it also helps when you put the products on. It helps it absorb better. So the first thing I always do is moisturize and put sunscreen on. So today I'm going to be using the oil-free moisturizer by Juice Organics and the Perfect World by Origins SPF 40. What I'm going to do is put a little bit into my hands, and then I'm going to mix it together and apply it in an upward motion as much as I can. And I like to put it on my neck as well. I'm not a makeup artist, so please forgive me if my technique isn't perfect. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is use my Jade Roller. I just got this on Amazon. I absolutely love it. It was about $17, and the first one I got, I had to return it because it was defective. It was a little twisted, not really aligned. So I returned it and got this one by a different brand, and I think the quality is much better, and it was actually less expensive than the first one I purchased. So I'm pretty happy about that. So what you do is you roll up, and it also helps to absorb the moisturizer and sunscreen. So just roll up all over. I like to do it kind of firmly, and I always put it over my temples and just kind of areas that have a little bit more stress, like the jaw. I also like to do it on my neck. They say it's important to do it more so in an upward motion because it helps with gravity. All right, so then I flip it over and I use this little end for my under eye bags. And on my under eye bags, I do it a little more gently just because the skin is thinner and it's a more sensitive area. Maybe I'll do it a little on my nose too. Okay, so that helps to get all the product soaked into my skin. So the next thing I'm going to do is take this NARS concealer and put it over my under eye bags. The under eye bag on this side is a little bit more intense, so I'm just going to take a little bit extra and put it on under here. This side isn't as intense, so I'm probably just going to do one dab of the concealer on this side. And then I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Gel Cream. I'm going to put it over the rest of my face. And I like to bring it down just a little bit just so it blends a little nicer. So the next step that I do is I take the Bare Pro, also by Bare Minerals, and I use a bigger brush to just do a small layer first. I like to do the part under my eyes last, just because it's the thickest. And then just bring this down a little bit. Now doing this part. Okay, so see how it's just a thin layer and then I still have some extra on this side. So now I'm going to take a smaller, denser brush. I got this a while back at Sephora. They have similar ones at Bare Minerals too if you're interested. Then I'm just going to blend it under and then do a thicker layer over. And I'm pretty generous with this pressed powder because it's pretty light. So I just like to kind of build upon the first layer and make sure it's really even, especially over the creases of the eye. Next, I'm going to do the eyebrows. So I will be using the Brow Powder Duo by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this brush is also by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So first, I'm going to take the front and brush it up and just go all the way down the line. I do it kind of like up at an angle. I just like to go naturally with the way that my hair grows. And then I'm going to take the lighter side. I'm gonna have to get real close because I don't have a mirror. Okay, so just put it gently there. I don't like to go straight for the bottom line. I like to kind of just fill it in a little first. And just do it as many times as you need. Just slowly bring the brush down till it's evenly filled in. And since I'm doing this on a phone with my reflection, it's gonna be messy, but I'm gonna show you guys how to fix that. Like if you're ever in a rush, I have a tool that helps me fix it if it's kind of spread out beyond the lines. All right, so now I'm taking the darker side and I'm just gonna kind of blend it here and then slowly bring it out. And I like to start on top and just kind of create the line before I fill in all these stray hairs down here. Okay, so it's pretty filled in. So what I'm gonna do now is just take the brush and spread it out a little bit more in the same motion that I did in the beginning. So just up and slightly at an angle. So depending on the way your eyebrows are growing in, you're just gonna wanna go, you know, gently over the natural way that they grow. And this is the Pro Pencil. So this is my little magic eraser. So see how right here, some of that powder got on top? I'm just gonna put it a little up there, go along this line down here. I like to put it on the end so they are a little bit cleaner. And then I'm going to take this Sephora brush and just blend it in. You really want to make sure you blend it in all the way because you can kind of see the marks sometimes. Okay. So now that I cleaned it up a little bit, I'm noticing this right here. See how it's at an angle and this one is straight up? So I'm going to even it out. And I'm only going to take a little bit of the powder just because I'm touching it up. Okay, I think that's better. Just take off the extra right here. Next, I'm going to apply this Laura Mercier bronzer in Bronze 2, and I'm going to use this Bare Minerals slanted brush. The tilt is good for cheekbones. So I learned this new technique on Suzanne Hendricks' YouTube video. So I mean, it's a common technique, like a lot of people do it, and I already knew about it, but I never really did it myself. And it was the first time I actually saw someone doing it, so I decided to try it out myself. So I've always done, you know, this area, but she did it up here, and I figured I'm very light skinned, so it helps to make this more glowy and not as pale. It's almost like a contouring, you know, but just more discreet. And I kind of apply a lot at first because I blend it out with smaller, denser brush that I showed you guys earlier. And then I'm going to take this and just kind of even it out, kind of chip away slowly. And next I'm going to take a Casanoff Cosmetics blush and just take a little and put it right here. Just for a little depth. Next I'm going to apply Dior Show by Dior. This is my favorite mascara. I tried to get a few other mascaras recently, but I kept coming back to this one. It doesn't make my eyes burn. It's nice to build upon it. It's, you know, it's volumizing, but it's not too crazy at the same time, so you can just apply a little bit at first, and then if you want something a little bit more dramatic, apply more as you go. And I like the brush because it's kind of like wider, thicker, longer, so it kind of helps to get all the angles. You just have to do it gently on the ends. So I'm gonna apply one more layer. We're shooting, so I want it to be a little bit more full, have it stand out more in photos. So one of the questions I get most asked on Instagram is, how do you do your hair? Now that my hair is shorter, I still use the same techniques. So if you want naturally wavy, voluminous hair, you can try using these products and these techniques. So it's really important if you have wavy hair that you use a brush like this, because it helps to untangle the curls, but it doesn't make your hair frizzy. So I'm just going to gently brush out from the top, and I don't have a lot of hair right now, so it's gonna go by quickly. Easy, right? So next I'm going to apply this Bicloron. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. This is like one of my favorite brands right now. I have 2 different leave-in moisturizers by them, and I'm using a sensitive scalp shampoo by them. I do recommend it. I believe they're a little bit more natural than traditional brands. So I'm almost out of this, and I'm going to purchase another one soon. But as I mentioned, I don't have a lot of hair right now. So I'm just gonna take a generous amount, just using it up, and spread it on both hands, and then just take it from the ends and put it all through my hair. I like to put a generous amount because I feel like it adds texture, and I just really want to make sure the product is spread all throughout. That way my hair is even once it dries. And then just take it from the bottom and scrunch up. And I like to take it the way that I want to part it. I don't always part my hair on the side, but I would say probably like 90% of the time I do. So what I'm gonna do is, the product remaining on my hands, I'm just going to take it and brush it out, kind of like the style that I want to wear it in today. Okay, so I have it in the shape that I want it, and next I'm going to apply a Cuvée Wave Spray. So I actually got this from a giveaway from Mariana Hewitt, and I ended up really liking it. It's called the Champagne Spray. So you apply it when your hair is damp, and you can be pretty generous with it. It's like a medium to firm hold. So I'm just gonna spray it all over. I like to put a lot of this because I want my hair to be really curly. So for the very last step, I'm going to apply my favorite go-to lipstick. One of the other questions that I get a lot from you guys is, what lipstick are you wearing? I literally wear this lipstick every day. It's like my main lipstick. I absolutely love the color. Pigalle by NARS. So this is it. I almost forgot this step, but it's like one of the most important steps. I feel like my look is never complete unless I have my lipstick on. Next, and not least, is Natural Lips by Laura Mercier. So I have two different lip liners that I wear with this one. I actually lost this one for like a month and I missed it so much. So I've been using it a little bit more because, you know, I'm like traumatized. But yeah, it's like more natural. It doesn't match it perfectly. I would definitely say that the other color that I wear with it matches perfectly, but I kind of don't mind it because sometimes when it's really dark and you're in a rush and you mess up, like it's harder to clean it off. So I feel like this lighter color, it's a little easier. See, like right there. I really need to invest in a mirror because this is not easy to do on the phone. So since I messed it up, I'm just gonna clean that up a little. All right, and that's it. I got my everyday makeup on, my everyday lipstick on. I'm air drying my hair. I'm going to come back on here once my hair is done air drying, probably after we're done shooting, and show you what the final result actually looks like. So yeah, thank you for getting ready with me. I hope you enjoy it. And if you end up using any of these techniques or any of these products, be sure to let me know. All right, so we just got home from shooting. I let my hair air dry. It probably took about 30 to 45 minutes to dry completely. My makeup is the same. I touched up my lipstick a little bit, but that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me today. If you end up using any of the products or tips that I recommended, be sure to let me know. I'm curious to see if you guys are gonna get a Jade Roller because I've had a lot of questions about that specifically. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.